The pain I'd endured had engulfed me.
For as long as she can remember, Deanna Ransom loved to sing.
There's something about singing from your soul and just opening your mouth and being able to just cry out, so to speak. And that's what singing does for me.
She grew up in a Christian home and sang in her family's gospel group. She didn't have a personal relationship with Christ, but she learned about him from her mother.
My mother was the bedrock of the family, the real matriarch, and she was what we would call a warrior for God.
But when Deanna turned 21, her mother died.
I felt lost and cheated. I got very, very angry with God because I felt as though He should have spared her.
She left her church and her singing group and moved to Atlanta to pursue a career in R&B music. But over time, she started losing her voice.
Couldn't talk above a whisper, rasping, choking, trying to swallow was like razor blades.
She went to a doctor and discovered she had nodules or cysts on her throat. The doctor told Deanna she would never sing again.
And I remember sitting in the doctor's office and feeling so numb. Like, great, same God that took my mother, now you take my voice. You take my mom, you take my voice. What good are you?
For 2 years, she wanted nothing to do with God. With her music career gone, she felt empty and without direction. That is, until one day when a friend invited her to church.
It was like waking up after falling asleep, and you didn't even know you were asleep. Something woke up and said, you need to go this time. No excuses.
After the sermon, the pastor gave Deanna a personal message.
And he said, God said there is a reason and a purpose for that gift that He is giving you. You know, what changed for me was He cared enough about me to get word to me. Even though I had walked away from Him, it kind of showed me He never left me. And even though, you know, you hear folks say all the time, you don't get angry with God. I was angry. And I would have thought that that was grounds for death. But He loved me and was understanding enough to say, yeah, I know you're mad, but it's okay. At that moment, I said, yes. Here I am, God. Here I am. Use me. I'm yours. And I just surrendered.
Deanna gave her life to Christ. She joined the church, and even though she couldn't sing, she rejoined her family gospel group, and she lip-synced the words.
It was an act of obedience to be up and just in position to say, okay, if this is what you want to use, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm here.
Still, she believed God would restore her voice, and one night at a concert, it happened.
My voice just came back in front of the whole church, and the church was packed out. There was over 500 folks in that church. I didn't stop singing. Because I was standing there just like, is this real? Everyone just blessed God, and it was amazing to see so many people rejoicing for what God was doing. It was for little old me who had walked away from Him.
Deanna went back to the doctor. This time, she got a different report.
Your vocal cords are completely clean. I need you to know I'm a man of medicine, not miracles. And he is the family doctor. He says, but baby girl, That's a miracle because they're just gone. They didn't shrink. They didn't get smaller. They're just gone.
Deanna says she knew God had healed her.
I was in awe, just in awe. His hand was on my life and it was good.
Lord, I hear your voice.
Deanna went on to pursue her dreams. She recently released a new album, and she says her relationship with Christ is better than it has ever been.
He showed me that I am a divine healer. And don't you ever forget who I am and what I can do. He invited me to get to know him. I had to throw out a lot of what I thought God was so I could get to know who he is. God says, you tried me. You get to know me. I want a relationship with you.